Spoiler alert is the newest Jim Parsons movie and the newest movie that I can throw into that tearjerker category. The movie where you watch it only because you know you're gonna cry. The Marley and Me's, The Fault in Our Stars, and now the spoiler alerts. Now before this review actually gets started, I want to apologize for you guys. I haven't made any videos over the last 2 weeks because one, I was in Mexico for a wedding, and then I was sick. So that put me out of commission for a very long time and I missed a lot of movies. Fabelmans, Devotion, Knives Out 2, Strange World, The Menu. I just got sick at the absolute worst time, so I apologize for that, but I was able to see spoiler alert right before my vacation, and I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts right now. Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic, and I want to say thank you so much for being here today, guys. I really do appreciate it. Sorry for being away for so long, and I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm still kind of clogged. Being sick is just the worst. But I was able to see spoiler alert a little bit early for you guys, and I'm here to give you my honest, no BS, non-spoiler review for you today and tell you if it's worth a watch. Make sure you stick around to the end so you know my rating of the film and you know the secret phrase to leave in the comment section down below so that I know that you made it to the end of the video. Now, let's begin. So Spoiler Alert is directed by Michael Showalter, and you know him from such films as The Big Sick, and last year he directed Eyes of Tammy Faye. And it stars Jim Parsons, Ben Aldridge, and Sally Field, and the story is about a gay couple dealing with one of them being diagnosed with terminal cancer. I guess you know why the movie's called Spoiler Alert. But the question you want answered is whether or not this movie is actually worth a watch. And to answer that question, it's a bit tough because I've said this in many videos before. When you're dealing with a depressing subject matter, it's very hard to recommend a movie where you just are gonna cry the whole time, or it's not necessarily a pleasant experience. It's not a pleasant story to see. The movie is just there to evoke sadness. So it's not a pleasant movie to watch, but in terms of the film school report card, if I'm really putting on my glasses and really grading this movie is just so okay. And if you guys have watched my channel for a while, I've told you guys this before, reviewing movies that are just so okay are just the worst, because what do you even say? Like, you go down the entire film school report card and you go, how's the acting? It was okay. How's the directing? It was okay. How's the story? It's okay. How are the characters? They're okay. How's the pacing? It's okay. Everything is just so okay. Not good, not bad, not awful, not amazing. What do you say? This could be the shortest review ever, and I can just go, hey, yeah, this movie's okay. But I'll say this, I have no problem with the movie being depressing, even though it's going to be hard for me to recommend it to people because generally speaking, when you go to a theater, you want to feel excited, you want to feel scared. If you go to a horror movie, you want to laugh when you see a comedy. But when you do see a drama movie, you do want that human experience, just that this movie highlights some of the negative aspects about living. There's a lot of death and there's a lot of turmoil and there's a lot of hurt when it comes to life. Obviously, we all have to go through it, but you know, movies are about escapism, and sometimes going to a movie theater to escape your normal life, you don't want to necessarily be depressed. So that's why it's hard for me to recommend movies like this, but for me personally, I have no problem going into depressing movies, like for example, The Whale and The Sun are two movies recently where I've had this kind of same conundrum, but those movies felt powerful. Those movies felt like they had a message to say. They had something, a statement. It made an impact after you walked out of that theater. This movie really didn't, though. There's really no impact here. And the movie was trying to do this thing where Jim Parsons would do this, like, I wish that my life was a sitcom, and then they'd have some cutaways. And I'm thinking to myself, I should be laughing at these moments, but none of the jokes really worked for me. And also when the movie is really trying to evoke those really depressing moments where the audience is supposed to be like crying, I really didn't find it that sad, only because I really didn't get a chance to really understand and know this couple. I felt like they didn't really have much chemistry. And as soon as the movie starts, you know exactly how it's going to end, right? The movie is called Spoiler Alert. You know that this movie is going to be very depressing, you know the outcome, and you know the message, and it's just kind of a matter of getting there. And the movie doesn't give you any twists and turns, the movie doesn't give you any really big laughs, doesn't really give you any big memorable moments to get there. So it's just kind of a familiar ride with no big ups and downs, no big powerful statements. It's just kind of a, like I said earlier, a very okay movie. Now, there was one scene where I got very teary-eyed, and that's when the parents of the guy who is dying find out about it and they're in tears and they give him a big hug, and it's just like, okay, that moment hit me because, you know, maybe it's because I'm getting older, seeing parents hug their kid, knowing that their kid only has a certain amount of time left, like that shouldn't happen, right? The parents are supposed to go and then the kids are supposed to move on. That's how it's supposed to go, right? So seeing that you know, your kid is about to die. You know, it's sad. It's gonna get everybody. But that's really the only standout moment in the movie, other than there's one moment where Jim Parsons does his Oscar speech, right? You know, he's talking about how there's no beds in the hospital for his husband, and he's going, I want a bed for my husband, you know, he's in aggravating pain and I love him so much. And I'm thinking, okay, this is like the Oscar speech moment. But you know what's funny though, is that the guy who heard him goes, wow, and the Oscar goes too. So I said, you know what, that's pretty funny, because the film knows exactly what the audience was thinking. Those are the only standout moments in the entire movie. The whole coming out as gay scene, I've seen it a million times. I've seen it done with better comedic timing, with better laughs. When they did it here, it just felt very empty. It felt very bland. It felt kind of boring. It didn't feel like it really had anything to say, nothing special about this movie. So I don't know how often I can say that this movie's just okay enough until I give you the rating, which is right here. This movie's just okay, 2 out of 5. I can't really think of other ways to say it, but yeah, this movie's not good. This movie's not bad. The movie's just okay. That's it. So yeah, guys, I apologize. Like I said, watching movies that are just so okay and then trying to figure out what to say about them in a review, it's tough to do because the movie doesn't give you enough to really chew on. But those are my thoughts on spoiler alert. If you have seen the movie, let me know yours down in the comment section down below. And I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. The secret phrase is Indiana Jones 5 is gonna kick ass. I really hope that's the case. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos just like this, then hit subscribe. And I also want to plug in my Patreon. The link is down below in the description. We watch movies every single month, and I give you guys movies every single month. So if you guys are interested in that, then hit the link down in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize, I've been away for so long, and I apologize you can kind of still hear my sickness. Hopefully I'll recover soon, and we'll get some good videos for December. So I'll see you guys then. Take care. See you later.